my beautiful friends, thank you so much for joining me, even though we are delayed this week for the weekly channeled show, Giving a Voice to the Power Within. That's me. I'm Aleckson, and I'm giving a voice to the power within. We do this weekly. We come on live, usually at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays, Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's a little delayed today, so we're coming to you live now, and then directly afterwards we move into the Be the Change to See the Change Facebook group. It's a little bit more private, and we can have a little after party there where we do a live multi-dimensional healing. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are watching on the replay, just fast forward for at least the first 5 minutes, because you'll just find it more interesting if you do that. Just fast forward for the first 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'd like to say hello to those of you who are joining me. We've just had 7 people jump on, so that's wonderful. Lovely to see you. Tammy, hello. Oh, I'm glad you're happy for the delay, Tammy. It seems to have worked out for me as well. So perhaps between the two of us, we've received exactly what we needed today. Wonderful. All right, let me just see what else we've got here. Gay, hello. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Ashura Ray. Lovely to see you as well. And Vicky, hello. So glad that you're here. I don't know why, but it's not scrolling up as it normally does, so I'm having to scroll. Karen, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. As I said, we've been delayed, but we're starting now. Let me tell you about what happened at 9 o'clock this morning. I had an appointment with my real estate agent at 10 o'clock this morning, and she turned up just before 9 o'clock. And of course, instead of getting flustered, I just simply said, all right, it is what it is, and went about my day. So I dealt with that. And while I was showing her something in the house, I actually bent over and I hurt my back as well. So I've been just doing some healing work on myself, and I'm going to continue to do that when we do our multi-dimensional healing session afterwards in the Be the Change to See the Change group. So that's why I'm standing up today. It's just feeling a bit more comfortable. All right, beautiful. Well, I'm glad that you're here with us, Tammy. Yeah, can you believe that someone turned up an hour early? I can't believe it. It was just, but I knew, at the same time I knew, I had this sense that I wasn't going to do the show at the normal time. So I knew that was going to happen. I just didn't know how it would happen. And she facilitated that, obviously, by coming an hour early. Interesting that someone thinks that that's okay. I suppose it's better than late, though. So I'm going to stand very stiffly, probably. Well, there you go. Ellen also contributed to us coming on late today because she was saying she couldn't make it at the usual time. So that's wonderful. You see, we never get it wrong, and that means all of us. All right. So we're here today for the Giving a Voice to the Power Within weekly show. What we do on this show is that we do a channeled message. Hi, Edda. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, it's all good. We do a live channeled message for you. So all that comes through and speaks through me to you with a message. And then we go into a live Q&A session. Now, because I'm standing and my back is a little bit stiff and sore, we might cut that one a little bit short. We'll see how we go. Having said that, I know that I always feel much better when I'm channeling anyway, so it's not going to make a difference. So we'll do the live Q&A straight afterwards. Don't ask any questions yet. Once the channeled message is finished, we'll invite you to ask your questions, and then we'll do any channeled readings for you and Q&A. And, I've got some money flow cards. I'll use them if I feel like it. I don't know at this point. And then afterwards, as soon as we finish, we're going to move into the Be the Change to See the Change group, where we will do our usual, I'm calling it an after party now. We'll have our after party where we'll do the multi-dimensional healing session. and I'll be working on my back while I do that. All right, beautiful. Perfect timing, Christina. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. So, it's been a little while since I've started a channel message while standing up, and particularly with a sore back. So, let's just get straight into it, shall we? What I'd like to do is just invite you to come into this moment in time. There's no other time that matters in this moment, but this time right here, right now, and you right there, right now. Coming together. Calling forth the message that wants to come through for each and every one of you today in its own way. You see, we will say what we say, and you will receive what you need to receive. And today we want to speak to you about who you truly are. Now, we know that we speak this to so many of you that are currently here so often. We repeat it, we repeat it, we repeat it, we repeat it. And here's why. Because most of the time, you don't believe it. Or at least you don't live into it. You would love to believe it, and you try to believe it, and you believe it for a moment. But then you come back to being in your human small self. And so we say to you in this moment, and in every moment, whether you're hearing it through this one or through another or through your own self, you are a physical manifestation of all that is, a physical manifestation of source. And as such, you are the creator of your reality. In other words, you get to create your life exactly how you want it to be. When you let go of your human limitations. We don't like that word because for us, you have no limitations. We don't see those limitations because they're not really there. Surprise, surprise, they're not really there. They are not really there. You are just imagining that they are there because things are not happening the way that you wish them to happen. And so we're going to say to you again, you are the physical manifestation of God. And as such, you are the creator of your reality. Therefore, there is no limitation except what you make for yourself. And yes, we know that there are many of you sitting there in front of us, standing there in front of us, listening in, questioning that, because it's very obvious to you that as you go about your daily life, there are roadblocks in the way, there are limitations in the way. And that's why we share this message with you so often, because we're reminding you until you can remember for yourself. Indeed, indeed. You are the physical manifestation of all that is. We collectively are all that ever was, all that is now, and all that ever will be, and so are you. There is nothing that you lack. Nothing that you lack. No resource, no opportunity, no anything that is not yours to take for the asking, so to speak. To ask for and then to receive. Now, the problem is that because you believe you are this small human self and you have limitations, you don't receive, you don't allow yourself to receive. And so when we go into the after party, as she is now calling it, when we go into the after party in the more private community, we will be working with you on helping you to clear away what does not allow you to receive, to clear away what has you believe that you are less than what we are saying you are. And so we invite you to join us there. And before we do that, we invite you to ask your questions here now, to receive guidance around your own beliefs about limitations and about who you are, and to receive guidance from us through this one around your perceived limitations, around your perceived smallness and around who you truly are. Thank you. We are done. They might be done, but my throat is so dry right now. I've got to have some water. That was a fairly short little message, but I feel like there's going to be some questions that you're going to ask more specifically around your own sense of who you are and what limitations you might have, and that will add to the collective message. So if you do have any questions about anything we've just said, or if you would like to ask for guidance around anything in your life, and certainly around any limitations that you have on yourself, or any thoughts that you have about yourself, or any beliefs that you have about yourself, talk to us about those things. Put a little specificity into your question so that we can hone right in on what it is that you want to ask about. Asher Ray, would love a message from all that is. I have been working with issues with my left eye and heart, wondering what I'm missing to be able to move past this. First of all, Asher, I just want to ask you a cheeky little question that occurs to me as I read that, where you say, I know it's an energetic blockage. What would you know if you didn't know that? What would you know if you didn't know that it was an energetic blockage? Sorry, I'm just, I'm rolling my hips here because it's helping me to fix my back. So if you see me doing that, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm moving at the top. You can't see the bottom half of me, but I'm rolling my hips. Okay, Asher, I'm just going to tune into you and we'll get a message through from all that is. I've been working with issues with my left eye and heart. Yeah, there's something around the feminine and the masculine that you're not seeing. Something about the feminine and the masculine. I don't know if you're in a relationship. I'd love to know if you're in a relationship, because that will help me to discern what this is that I'm seeing in front of me with regards to what you're not seeing around the masculine and feminine. Now, the reason I would love to know if you're in a relationship or not is because I know that the masculine is the the left side is the feminine and the right side is the masculine. I think that's true, right? But it could be the other way around, because I don't really know. Because I often mirror people's energy. I mirror their body when I'm talking to people and working with them. So I don't think it means married. Okay, good. I scrolled down to have a look. I don't think it's really relevant, but there's some misbalance in your masculine-feminine relationship. Misbalance in your masculine-feminine relationship. Now, that could be the outer relationship. For some reason, I think it is the outer relationship for you. Sorry about my phone, guys. If it's going to ring, it'll always ring when I'm doing a live. Every other hour of the day, it doesn't ring. Sorry about that. So, Ashura Ray, back to you. Okay, so it feels to me like it could be an inner thing, because an inner is always a reflection of the outer, and the outer is always a reflection of the inner. But I feel like it's something that needs to be tidied up in your outer relationship that will allow you, yes, the feminine needs to rise. The feminine needs to rise and be supported by the masculine in what she is now stepping into. Whew. Big goosebumps and chills with that. I really would like to invite you to come to the Be the Change session in about 15 minutes. The session that we're doing in the Be the Change group. We might do some work around that. So I hope that helps, Ashura Ray, okay? Let me just pop down and see. Okay, you haven't commented, but that's okay. I know there's a delay. Right-ho, I'm going to move on now. Hope that helped. I'm going to hit like on that so you know I've done it. Oh, thank you, Leah. It was powerful, and do you know what? It felt a little different to me. There was something else in that message today that hasn't been there before. Oh, I just realised what it was. I went through the most massive up-leveling over the past 3 days, 2 or 3 days, Sunday, huge up level I went through. I had this awakening experience, this momentous experience with hundreds of archangels. Isn't that interesting? Hundreds of archangels, because that's what I want to call them. I don't want to say 7 archangels or 9 or however many there's supposed to be. I want to say hundreds of archangels. Wow, that's really interesting. And it lifted me up into my power more. And I think what just came through was me bringing more of that to you. So thank you. Lisa, thank you for your question, asking about my life's purpose. I don't do psychic readings. I do see psychically, but I don't do psychic readings. I provide guidance. And so what I want to say to you, what we want to say to you is that your purpose is to follow the joy. Your purpose is to raise your vibrational frequency to the level of joy. And we're saying joy specifically for you. There's something in that for you. To raise your vibration to the level of joy, and then to mine your vibration, make it so strong in joy that no one can knock you off that pedestal of joy, and then to take that vibrational frequency out into the world in whichever way you choose to do. That is the human choice, the free will choice, to take your highest vibrational self into the world in whichever way you choose to do so, and to be the change that you wish to see. That is all. That is your purpose. Apparently I'm frozen for Gay, but no, I've been moving around quite a bit. So Tammy, no. The answer right away is no. There's still some. Look, they're not limitations. I know I used that word when they were channeling through, but they're not limitations. They're beliefs. Okay, so they're not real. They're not real. So therefore, the word limitations kind of makes them feel like they're real, that they're really something that could be there. What they are is some belief systems that you still carry within you. There's also some wounding from when you were a small girl. I can see you as a little girl, and you're still carrying that inner child energy with that wounding on it. So there's perhaps some inner child work that you could do to help to release that. It's all around, the word I'm seeing is, what am I seeing? What's the word? Self-esteem, self-love, not feeling loved, these sorts of things. An incident that happened to you sometime before you were 7, where that came up for you, where you made that decision about yourself because of something that happened, and that decision's been sitting inside you as this wounded inner child. So there is something there for you, and there's also just some belief systems that could do with clearing out. But you're well on your way. You are well on your way. So yay, well done. Leah, are you asking for blurred eyesight, or are you asking if we can help you with that? Please come to the multidimensional healing session in 10 minutes over on the Be the Change to See the Change group. Pop that into the comments there and remind me, and that will be part of the multidimensional healing session that we do. Leah, what I'm hearing just in this moment is that there is something in front of you that you don't want to see just yet. Is it your own power? It feels like it might be some level of shifting that you're going through, but you're just kind of holding yourself back from it. You're holding yourself back from it. So that could be what's happening there for you. Hello, Shelley. Yes, you can release that anxiety, Shelley. You can release that anxiety. Again, I want to particularly ask you to come over to the multidimensional healing session that we're going to do in 8 minutes over on the Be the Change to See the Change for Changemakers group. There's a link to join that group right there, right there, right there on the on the Facebook Live. Could be over here or down here for you, but for me, it's right there. So make sure you come and join that group. In fact, just click to join. I'll approve you before I come in there if you get there quickly. And I'd really like to invite you to come over to that, Shelley, and receive the multidimensional healing that's going to happen. Now, just for anybody who's hearing me say the multidimensional healing, what the hell does that mean, right? And I've been getting clearer and clearer on that because I've been asking, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything to us. And so what I'm understanding more and more every day is that what actually happens in these sessions is that I simply act as the conduit for whatever your next level is, whatever your next level of healing or releasing or activating is. And if you've been asking for it, then you're inviting it through me, right? So when you come to that session, if it's 3D healing that you need, that's the level that it will happen at. If it's some other dimensional level, the Akashic records, clearing something from there, then that's what's going to happen. If it's even beyond that into the, the 8th and 9th dimensions, I don't even know what that all is because I don't really spend much time asking the guides things like that. I just let it happen, right? Talk about trusting. Anyway, whatever it is that you're asking for and asking for help with, that's what will be worked on. And it may be worked on through your emotions, it may be worked on through your physical body, because all physical symptoms are as a result of a long-held emotional problem or emotional thing that hasn't been dealt with. That could be wounding, it could be, Oh, there's two beautiful birds sitting outside my window. So that's as much of an explanation as I can give. And Shelley, I would like to invite you to come to that, please. Hello, Belinda. Sylvia, Happy New Year to you as well, and Happy Chinese New Year as well. I'm sure, Joe, some spiritual people are feeling tired and headachy. I'll tell you what's going on, though. We are in a massive shift. And I know, we say this all the time. We spiritual people say this all the time. Oh, there's a shift happening and there's this happening and there's that happening. But from my experience on Sunday, what I do know, what I've known for the last 12 years is that every single time, every single day, there is an opportunity for a shift and an up level. And if you're resisting it, then you can feel... See, what happens is the energy comes at us. Sometimes we try and brace against the energy, or we feel it come into our body and we stiffen all our muscles. That's the only way that I can kind of explain it. So what you need to do is you need to be trusting, you need to be willing, you need to allow yourself to receive. And, of course, you need to be drinking lots of water and getting enough sleep, because I've been sleeping 10-hour nights for the past week. So there's that. Headaches, I don't know. I just don't get them these days. So I hope that helps. Thanks, Leah. I hope you come over. Ashura, thank you, Anne. I feel what you said and will tune in more as well. My head is rather foggy today. I'll join you in the group after. Fantastic. Thank you, Tammy. I'm glad it resonates. Thank you, Belinda. This is my branding. That's my logo there. You can't. There we are. That's my logo there. And this is my branding background. So it's got all my colours and all of that sort of stuff. And hey, guys, did you see the Holistic Bliss magazine? There's a 4-page section right in the centre. My column, a bunch of people who have joined me that I call my Enlightened Changemakers. And the brand, it's all branded in my colours. So make sure you get yourself a copy of that magazine, either online or print. Karen, can it heal brain damage from a stroke? Karen, I can't say yes or no to that, but what I could say is this. If it is in your journey to heal from that, And if you have asked for the healing and all of that sort of stuff, then I can't see why not. You see, I don't know what your healing is. I don't know what's required for your healing. And I don't presume to know. What I do is I make myself available for anything that you're asking for to come through me, if it is the right time for it. So it has to just simply be an experience, and an experience of you opening to receive. And I feel that that's really important for you, is to become someone who is willing and open to receive not just this, but in a lot of ways in your life. So perhaps we'll start with that. Again, I'd like to invite you to come over and, you know what, see what happens. Ask for what you want. When you ask, it is given. That's an absolute truth. It's not just the law of attraction, it's an absolute truth. Thank you. Okay, great. Tracy, I'm curious if there are any messages that I need to move into 2020. No, you'll get that here, Tracy. But you'll get the multidimensional healing session will always add to those sorts of things, because we're all about helping you with your up level, helping you become what you're really here to be. So, Tracy, I'm curious if there are any messages that I need to move into 2020. Would I get that in the group? Okay, I'll leave that bit off. Any messages I need to move into 2020? Yeah, stop doubting yourself. So what I'm hearing and feeling and seeing here, Tracy, is, you know, you get lots of ideas, you get lots of downloads, but you don't then take action on them because you don't, there's some sense of doubt around what you're receiving or around what you're being asked to take action on in the world. And so it never goes too far beyond that. Really, so the energy I'm getting, like this chop, chop, chop on my hand, like go, 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 get the idea, go, 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 get the idea, go, go, go. That's what I'm going to say to you for moving forward, okay? All right. Oh, Shelley, okay, so all you need to do is go into my private group. I'll just type it in here for you. Oh, it's so slow. Is it gonna tag it? I'm just gonna tag it in here for you. Be the change. Okay, that's the group, right? So when we're finished here, click through and just hit join, fill in the questions if you have time. And that will get you into the group. I'll come and approve you as I come into the group, okay? So there it is there. Okay. Thanks, Joe. Tammy, I saw the mag. Very nice. I thought it was too. Ellen saying it was brilliant. Gay, fabulous. Yep, great, fantastic. Adrienne saying hello to Ellen. Oh, wow. Yeah, the branding. Thank you. I'm so glad. All right. We have run out of time, Donna. I'm sorry, but join us in the healing session. You'll get whatever it is that you're looking for. And that's it. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me here for the live channeling and the Q&A. As quick as it is, I'm sorry about that. We're going to just take a few minutes where I'll just add some people to the group who are going to be requesting to join, and then I'm going to come live. We're going to do the multidimensional healing. My back's going to get fixed up for sure, and I'll do whatever I can to serve each and every one of you. So Tony, I see you've just joined us. We're moving over to the Be the Change to See the Change group now for the multidimensional healing. You're welcome to come along. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you over there, and I'll see you next week.